Okay, so in this stream, I will be reviewing one of the runs I did a while back, where I didn't use Kitasan Black or Super Creek to complete the URA final career. I have close to 400 hours in this game. I never pulled for support cards, and I avoided just using guides as much as possible, which meant I had to come up with a way to consistently beat the career mode, just by myself. And I'll be showing what I did to prepare for those runs. All of the runs, I did one for each horse. Those runs are going to be in the description. There is a playlist. And yeah, I'm going to be showing what I did to prepare for those runs, along with my thought process regarding just the game as a whole. And there will be just a little bit of Champions Meeting talk, if it is relevant enough. If you ever felt apprehensive about, going for the character banner, because you were told to go for the support banner, if you ever felt that your account would get bricked or something like that, then this stream might be for you. Okay, so my name is Lociu, and welcome to the stream. Let me just check a little bit of OBS stuff. Is this okay? This is good, this is good, this is good. Okay, so, and yeah, for today, I'm going to be... Yeah, I gotta get my phone out of here. So yeah, sorry. For today, I'm going to be reviewing my Biwa Hayahide run. I did. You can see she was a final champion. And we got the VOD over here. I'm just gonna let it roll for now. This is how she ended up. And yeah, if you want to... that VOD is actually one of the VODs that is actually decent to watch, if you want. It was probably the first one where I felt really happy about it. I mean, it isn't great, by any matter, but it's probably my first favorite one. So yeah, Biwa Hayahide is from the character banner. I never pulled for the support banner. I really wanted those, I really wanted more story. Is the main reason why I play the game. And I really wanted those outfits. Because I just wanted as much personality from the characters as I could. So yeah, I always went for the character banner. And then, what else? Okay, so before we begin talking about her career, we should be going to the Discord, and then going into the Find Friends channel, and searching for a 9 stamina Maruzensky. It is what I used for all of the careers, pretty much. And there were a couple where I used, like this one, I used I tried using a Mejiro just for fun. And then, yeah, I went back to the Maruzensky, because we failed. And we went for a 9 power Maruzensky. I believe I also went for a nice power Maruzensky for King Halo's run. Let me just check. Just check. Oh really? It was his 9 stamina. For the shorter races, you can just get a 9 power instead of a 9 stamina. But just getting a 9 stamina should be good for all careers. This is what I mainly used. And for the support card, I pretty much always used a max limit break fine motion, and I'm pretty much just still debating whether or not I should still be using her. You know, because from the last event, if you missed it, it was a pretty good card. And that's not me saying that's even the person responsible for the Google Doc also says Mejiro Dober is a really good card. So yeah, I might just start using something else in place of Final Motion. But this was the setup that I used for all runs pretty much. I did swap additional flower for, you know, Twin Tabo once. And then I switched Special Week for this card in another, and we still won. So I haven't really cared about the deck setup that much. Because, you know, at least for the URA final career, just knowing what you should be doing and preparing for can get you really far. And that was the setup. So that was the, yeah, get the parent Morozensky, get a fine motion, it should be good for all career races. And just a rule of, you know, just a rule of thumb. This is what I follow. I try to have two I try to have 2 speed, and that's pretty much it. And the rest can be whatever. You know, in this example, this is from the events. This is from the event is what I have. This is from the shop. You can get the shop. You probably know where it is. This is also from the shop, and this is also from the shop. It's literally what the what's available, and it is what I'm using. You see, I'm going for the Harurara. You can get this from. Probably the best way to get more, you know, friend points is to run the team trials. You know, just run it, just do whatever in the team trials, and you will get some points by the end of the week. And they do start accumulating really quick. And yeah, you should get a Harurara, and then you should get 1 Mejiro McQueen and 1 winning ticket. For the current Gemini Cup, the Champions Meeting, Mejiro McQueen is meta actually because of her cooldown skill that she gives from the career events. No cooldown. It is going to be a long race, so if you are going for the Champions Meeting, get that Mejiro McQueen in your deck. And yeah, for the setup, yeah, it's pretty much easy. Just pick whatever you have, and 1 fighting motion. Should be good. At least 1 speed card is really going to help if you have 1 or 2, just random ones. And then yeah, she, you know, Biwa Hayahide, she runs mediums and longs. I have been doing a lot of, you know, streams on mediums and longs. I already did all of this. I guess reviewing these runs, and they were all mediums and longs. So if you want a more in-depth explanation on mediums and longs, you can also check those out. But the gist of it is go for stamina at first, you know, get that 300 wit, and then start going for stamina, and until you get to 600. And in the meantime, if you do notice, she's starting to get boxed in, especially because she is a pace chaser at first. Then you start going for power, and once it stops getting boxed in, go back to stamina. And same thing with speed in her last spurt. If you notice she isn't winning those showdowns, then you can start going for a little bit of speed, and then once she starts winning, then go back to stamina. And then once she has 600 stamina, then 600 power and 600 speed. That's pretty much what I did to beat her career. But also, one other thing that can ruin your Biwa Hayahide run is not having this this Maya proficiency. She runs 2 Maya races. She runs her debut race is a Maya race, and her first race she has to get a 5th place at least, and that can ruin and it can end your run really early if you don't have that proficiency. You can make it to 5th place with just a C proficiency, but you know, Yamato Sensei is probably going to have a my proficiency, and if she doesn't, I believe one of the starter. Let me just reset everything and go to the rating. One of the starter horses that you probably still have, they do give a Mayo proficiency. Just check. Yeah. This first Sakura Bakushio, if you are just just starting out, you can pick her. But if you don't, you shouldn't really worry about your legacy. Just try to get one with 2 stars. Something simple like just 2 speed, and then don't worry about the rest. You should be playing a lot of the game beforehand, especially if you want that champions meeting. Chance of winning, at least getting to to the round. I don't know what it's called, A group. I mean, you should have a little bit more experience with the game. I wouldn't really try champions meeting, until you can at least beat everyone's career at least once, just so you can be sure that you have the knowledge to train whatever champions meeting might throw at you. And also another thing that I recommend, that is more of a personal recommendation, I would try to go for all of the trophies before trying out champions meeting. By the time you have everything, you probably have enough hours in the game and experience. And I do recommend doing this without checking as little of guides as possible. And this was, I have been pretty much just playing once a day, on weekdays and on weekends. I probably, if I can, I play 2-3 times. I mainly borrow. I mainly play for these daily borrows. This is pretty much what I have been doing. Just play once. And if you notice from the VOD right here, just real quick, I don't skip races because I have to know exactly what my trainee needs for her career, and you are not able to tell what she needs if you just skip races. I have been treating this game more as just a regular game than a gacha at all. If you have ever played a gacha, or just a mobile game, you probably know that the way you play it is just by getting the auto selecting and then auto selecting and whatever, get the strongest stuff you can, and then just skip everything and get your daily. But I haven't really been playing Umamusume that way. And in my opinion, that's just my personal, not really opinion, that's just how I felt about the game. I have a lot of fun playing the game this way. It doesn't really feel redundant and hasn't gotten stale at all. It did avoid me burning out, and only just after 300 hours, where I felt like I ran out of content, I started going for champions meeting, just preparing for champions meeting, and that just feels like another 300 hours I can get out of the game, or even more. And that is until a new part comes out, a new chapter comes out, and I get a new horse, or there is a new event. To me, it does feel like the game has plenty of content. And And yeah, that's pretty much for Biwa Hayahide. Meters and longs, I already explained the stats you are going for. Get a my proficiency, get a Maruzenski. She's a pace chaser, so she pace chaser need way more, not really way more. They are the style of racing that requires the most stamina. But in you know, need to get the best, just the best skills, pretty much. I mean, it's what I've seen or heard, I guess. And anything else? Really? Yeah, I don't think so. Little bit of Champions Meeting talk. You can run Biwa Hayahide. You know, Champions Meeting is just around the corner. Really around the corner, like 5 hours left. Let me just check. Yeah, like 6 hours left before you can start playing. You can do a run. I don't know. But if it does come up, you know, if there is a next Gemini Cup in this way, you know, Kyoto, whatever 100 meters, you can run her as a late surger. Late surgers aren't really that great for this Champions Meeting, but you can make her a BY, especially if you have a pace chaser or a front runner, which is really hard, you know, to build right now. But if you do have one, you can run a late surger with a, you know, passing another runner on the final corner. Yeah, that's pretty much for Biwa. You can run her as a late surger if you have a pace chaser or a front runner in your team for this current Gemini Cup. And yeah, you are going to need 3 stamina skills. Good luck with that. You know, golden stamina skills. You can get one from her potential, but that doesn't feel worth it. You can see here, cooldown, potential level 5, but that is from Mejiro McQueen. And you should probably already have Mejiro McQueen. That's pretty much it for Biwa Hayahide. Then we can just watch the what's it called? Yeah, we can just watch the VOD. I'm going to be watching the debut race, just so I can explain a little bit of what can go, you know, what can happen. And yeah, I am going to be pretty much watching just this initial, just pre-debut strategy, or I guess what you should be going for. Okay, so pre-debut, go for friendships. Doesn't matter if it is guts. Doesn't matter if it is all stamina. If it is one, I mean, if it is a 2 friendships on a speed, you can pretty much always go for it. If it is only one, you know, just one friend, then yeah, maybe do recreation. And I hope for a 2 on speed, but if there is a 3 in anything, yeah, just go for it. And then that repeats until the debut race, which you should be watching. It's probably going to start watching it right away. If you are just starting out, she is going to be needing something. And if you are more often, you know, if you have a little bit more of time with the game, she's probably going to be good to go. But if she isn't, you have to be able to tell what she needs. And you're probably not going to be able to tell immediately. But you do get better at identifying what she needs. You know, for example, I guess the simplest case, I guess, is, you know, getting boxed in. If you notice they are getting boxed in, probably means they need more power. There is a lot of reasons why your force is going to get boxed in, and you have to be able to tell why she got boxed in. It isn't just that she got boxed in. It isn't only the fact that she got boxed in. The thing that you should be identifying. You should be identifying why she got boxed in and what led her to get boxed in. And so much stuff can happen. She can get a rush status that puts her in a bad position. It can be because of a late start. It can be because she is losing interactions. There are interactions going on in the middle of the race that you can't. If you skip the race, you won't be able to tell what happened. And same thing for all the other stuffs. She can run out of stamina, and you have to be able to tell why she ran out of stamina, or if she doesn't have enough stamina to begin with. And for the next part, does she have enough acceleration? Does she have enough speed to maintain? Does she have enough stamina to maintain? Did she position well? Does she have enough width? I gotta check up width if it actually if it actually affects vision. I hope it does, because it would be pretty good. But I don't think it does at all. But I'd like to believe that it does, so I'm going to go with it. Just gonna roll with it. I'm gonna spread this information, I don't care. And then after that, if she does lose, you are going to be balancing going between what she needs, friendships, and running. You should be running G1s. And if you cannot run G1s, run G2s, and if you cannot run G2s, run G3s, and then go back up from there. Especially if you are just starting out. And that repeats throughout the whole of the career. What's going to be changing is depending on your trainee. For Biwa's case, we are going for that 600 stamina first off, and then 600 power, and then 600 speed. And if you do that pretty nicely, you should get that final career race. And I'm going to be watching it now. And if you want, just say step by step. I did stream all of these runs. They are going to be in the description. They are pretty bad. The commentary is pretty bad. I mean, it is too bad, the commentary. I'm not really a streamer. But the gameplay is still there. You can still watch it, I guess. And I never lost more than once. Which I guess, it means this is consistent, I guess, right? Probably means. Anyways, I'm gonna be watching the last race. And I guess the biggest reason I'm doing this is just to show how there is another way to play the game. Instead of going for meta, you go for, characters, I guess. I did try to reroll. I did check some guides after the fact. And the usual thing was being said, which is, you should reroll, doesn't matter. Reroll for Kitasan Black, reroll for Super Creek, and play the meta cards. You are not going to have any success or have a very bad time with the game if you don't reroll. And I did reroll, and I was having such a bad time with the game. I wasn't really having fun, because I didn't have my characters, I didn't have my stories. I was just playing for stats and spreadsheets, and I felt like that wasn't worth it. I didn't really care if in the future I would have a bad time with the game, because I was having a good time at the moment, And that was, that drove me, that did make me spend, around 300 hours, 200 to 300 hours in a game, in a free game. And that is, at that point, I have spent way more in games where I played only, 30 hours. And yeah, I didn't really care if I hit a brick, just a brick wall. Because, I got what I wanted from the game. I don't matter about the rest. I didn't care about the rest, whatever it would be. And that brick wall never came to exist. I don't think. Unless I had made my main goal to get just a win a champions meeting, which I never did, and I still don't think it is my main goal or a goal at all. Because, it is a PvP in a gacha game. And if you have ever played a gacha game, you know how ruthless PvP can be. And unfair. Unless, you already have some sort of experience or prior knowledge. And if you do, a whale can also have that, and the whale is going to have way more money than you have. So yeah, there isn't really. That is just my opinion, right? I don't want to put anyone else down or just ruin their fun. I never tried Champions Meeting, and I am, I have been building, just a couple of horses for this current Champions Meeting. And if there is a glimpse of, just fairness to it, yeah, I will, just start promoting it more, maybe. But I just gotta try it out for myself. But if I don't, I'm still having a blast with the game. I am pretty close to sparking another horse. You can see from here, just 5k more to go. Pretty sure I am a free-to player, and I never swiped the card. I never put any money in the game. And that is crazy because I have almost 400 hours in a free game that I love. I love the franchise before the game. If you have seen the series or the movie, or read the manga, or have been watching Cinderella Grey, this franchise is so beautiful and it's so wonderful. And if I do find, if I do find there is a brick wall, and which I find really hard, then yeah, I'll just go back to the franchise itself. And then I already spent my time with the game, like 400 hours. That is ridiculous for a free game. And yeah, the main reason why I have 400 hours is because I played it different. I didn't go for spreadsheets or guides. I just tried to find stuff out by myself. And yeah, I'm just trying to show how people can also go for it and not worry about losing, not being able to win careers. Like Rice Shower is probably one of the hardest careers that people say, and I beat her career on stream with this setup. Free card, and random card, and then gets card. And I do have a 9 spark, just another spark, and which I also did for a free and stuff. Did she ever lose one goal? I don't think she even lost one career goal at all. So yeah, just wanted to show, you know, with this series, how people, there is a way to not care about meta and still have fun with the game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me just show the result for the Biwa Hayahide run. Here she is. And not really much anything much special about it. Videos and longs. And this was the inspiration. She became a 1 power. The reason why we are going for 600s is because the game rolls for one of these stats, and then depending if it is 600 or less, or more, or 1200, I guess, you have a chance to get a good chance to get a 2-star and a really low chance to get a 3-star. But you can get one just from 600s, like, you know, in this example, 600s, and then she becomes a 3 power, and then 600s, and she becomes a 3 stamina. And that is a pretty good, you know, let's just say decent. It's a pretty good, you know, for the URA final career, she's pretty good. Just having 2 9 staminas means you are, yeah, you can pretty much beat any career. And that's just how I see it. But yeah, all that's it. That was the Biwa Hayahide review. Good luck if anyone is going for the current cheapest meeting, I guess. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.